In the outer colonies is the mission. We have peace here. People feel safe.
Are they? I know this enemy. It's here. I saw it.
What is it you want from me?
Okay, well, Halo fans rejoice. The second season of Halo drops 2 episodes on Paramount Plus starting on Thursday, February the 8th. The story of Master Chief Spartan John 117 takes him to the planet with a human colony that is under attack that fans of Halo will know very well, Reach. So for a look at what's in store is star of the show, the Chief himself, Pablo Schreiber, on our show. Good morning. Thanks so much for coming in.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
So the first 2 episodes, I was hooked. I was drawn in. Lots of new things coming this season, including your helmet coming off and people seeing the man underneath all that armor. What can fans expect from season 2?
Yeah, well, that's not new. That happened in the first season.
It did
in
as
the first
well.
episode.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, second season. I think we just a really, really nice new tone. We have a great new showrunner, David Weiner, and I really love what he's doing. At the end of the day, my job as an actor is to fulfill his vision as a showrunner, and I love living in his world. He writes great words, great dialogue, and the tone of the show is really unique and dark and interesting. There's drama, intrigue, lots and lots of action, and the way we're shooting the action is fantastic. Just throws you right into it, much more subjective, and makes you feel a part of the battles.
Yeah, and you're dealing with the new boss, Ackerson, in this show, and there's quite, that tension between the two of you because you're convinced that Covenant, they're doing something fishy, the war's going to change, but you're trying to convince him. So talking about, because he's a new person in the show, how is that going to evolve? Can you give us any details about,
great new character. He is sort of quite villainous. Yeah, he's the new boss. He's taken over for Halsey, and the relationship between them is great. Great actor Joseph Morgan plays the role. Loved playing the scenes with him. Starts off quite antagonistic and only gets worse from there. He definitely has a new vision for what the Spartans should be used for. John doesn't agree with it, and he's got to kind of uncover why he's making these decisions.
So we've seen, a lot of video games get turned into whether movies or TV shows. Resident Evil, The Last of Us, and Halo is a huge franchise. 2001, the first game dropped.
Yeah.
Massive following. You've got comic books, graphic novels. But when you're adapting something into a television show, is that easier because you have this wealth of information and stories to draw from? Or do you think it's challenging for showrunners and actors to, try to make a story out of all that content?
I think it's both, to be honest. In the case of Halo, we're so lucky to have a massive, expanded lore to draw from. So many great stories, as you mentioned, in the novels and the graphic novels. And so it really gives you a wealth of stories to choose from and to tell stories from. So for me, that was what drew me to the project from the beginning, is the great magic in the sense of this massive, massive universe. But it also makes it challenging because you have audience expectations. You have things that people want from the game. A lot of people really want to have the same experience they had when they played the video game. And when you're making a TV show and watching a TV show, you're not going to have the exact same experience, or at least in this iteration of the show. The people who hired me to make this show have hired me to make a show that expands the universe in a new way and adds to Halo and adds to the video games. And so we're hoping that everybody comes back on February 8th and checks out the second season on Paramount Plus, because we feel we've really done that, and we hope you come see how much we love the universe as much as they do.
And you and Dr. Halsey also produced this season together as well, a part of the production team, so that's exciting. I didn't recognize you, but you played George Pornstache Mendez in Orange is the New Black. You were also in The Wire and American Gods. But your physique, to quote Perez's mom in season 2, you're very large.
Very large man.
And you're a very large man, and you appear that way in this show. So talk about your training and what you had to eat to bulk up to play this super soldier.
I'm naturally pretty thin build, so for me it's a challenge to keep all the muscle. Putting it on is not easy, but it's the easier part. So we do about 3 or 4 months of training, preparation for the season. When I'm shooting, I eat about 7,000 calories because you're wearing the suit and you're just shedding weight, and I'm working 12 to 15 hours a day, and I don't necessarily have as much time to be in the gym as I would like because I'm working so much. So yeah, keeping the weight is more of a challenge than putting putting it on for me.
Interesting. So you are wearing that suit. I was curious. I was like, this looks heavy. This has got to be CGI, but you're in that suit, right?
No, I'm in the suit, especially when scenes where there's acting involved, where, you want to feel the character inside of it. When there's stunt stuff, we have an amazing stunt department. My lead stunt guy, Justin Howell's a Toronto boy, came over with me. So I let the stunt department take the lead when I got the helmet on and we're doing stunts. But other than that, I'm in the suit, and it's the whole thing. The whole show is such a massive and big show, and it's a big load to carry, and that makes it hard for me to maintain the muscle mass.
Wow. Okay, it's good to know. But if I were you, I'd be like, okay, cookies and cream, ice cream, everything.
Well, I mean, that's 7,000 calories a day. I didn't tell you what kind of calories they were.
Exactly. Okay, pretty amazing. Last question for you, Pablo. I know that you've got like the Canadian connection. You were born in BC as well. But I want to know, when you were a young kid growing up, did you ever play Halo, the video game? And did you have to, like, I guess, replay it to prepare for this role?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I feel like we all played it. Anybody who's my age, at some point played Halo. The beauty of it, and so I didn't have video games when I was growing up. I didn't have a system, a console. So for me to play, I would have to sneak off to my friends' houses and play a little bit. So that was my first interaction with Halo. But no, what really drew me to it when I got the job was starting to dig into the expanded lore, as I was saying. Start reading some of the novels, checking out some of the graphic novels. All of the stuff that's been created, the storylines that have been created outside of the game is the thing that really drew me into it and made me realize what a wealth of storylines there were here. So that was my entry point.
Okay, Pablo, it's been such a pleasure talking to you, but if I can just get you to stand up, I just want to see how tall you really are.
Oh boy, here we go. Do you have a height camera?
I got heels on. Yeah, there you go. Look at this. Master Chief, Spartan John 117.
From Porn Stash to Master Chief.
Porn Stash Mendez to Master Chief.
What a glow up.
The beard helps the mustache.
It offsets it. Yeah, you don't want to just do this thing anymore. It's awkward. And, it makes people uncomfortable. I'm 6'5".
Wow.
Yeah.
6'5".
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
it's a good
this is
height.
incredible. Okay, thank you so much, Pablo.
Thank you.
Good
Pleasure.
luck. Catch season 2. 2 episodes drop Thursday, February 8th, Paramount Plus.
Check it out.